All right, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today on this webinar, which is the second of a series of 3 webinars focusing on the new partnership established by SolidCAD and SimpleCloud, partnership that was made during this summer. Just a reminder, everyone attending the webinar is on mute today. If you have any questions during the webinar, you can ask them on the Q&A section of the webinar. So the agenda for today, a brief presentation of SolidCAD by myself. My name is Maxime Grimard. I'm an account manager in the infrastructure team at SolidCAD. And it will be followed by a presentation of SimpleCloud by my colleague, Scott Johnson from SimpleCloud. And then also the demonstration of the platform itself. So SolidCAD, a Cancel company. SolidCAD was founded in 1996 by Michael Cugin, and the company quickly distinguished itself as a leader in Canada in the field of CAD, so computer-aided design, by acquiring several companies until 2017, where Cancel, the main company, and SolidCAD came together to form the company that we know today, SolidCAD AECM company. So today, SolidCAD is the main Autodesk partner in Canada. We are the only Autodesk and Bluebeam Platinum partner in Canada, and we have a growing team of more than 100 employees. So in terms of industries that SolidCAD supports, we specialize in technologies that support multiple industries, including the architecture, engineering, and construction industry in building. We also support the civil infrastructure industry, manufacturing, and media and entertainment. And we are an Autodesk authorized training center, and we are employing the largest team of industry technology experts in Canada. And of course, we do this in all time zones and in both official languages. So what do we do exactly? We help design firms, constructors, and owners to implement the technology and optimize their workflows. Excuse me. And we do this in 3 main important levels: design, manage, and share. So at the design level, we help by helping to make design creation more efficient and provide data accuracy. At the manage level, we are helping to comply with industry standards and protocols, and as well as the level of data and project sharing, where we will help facilitating collaboration, coordination, and communication with all team members and collaborators, whether they are internal or external as well. So as part of the Cancel umbrella company, SolidCAD has access to offer other solutions from our partner companies, ensuring you have access to all your software and hardware needs. So like I've mentioned, Cancel, the main company, SolidCAD, we could be considered as the software company. And we provide support for Autodesk, Bluebeam, and many other software, but also consulting services and training. Efficius, who provides satellite-derived data, geospatial data as well, and Field Apex. We also have a partner company called Cobalt, who provides wide format printing services. Vantage in the sector of precision agriculture with LiDAR and Trimble. Building Point, that also provides Trimble solutions, but also 3D laser scanning and virtual design construction services. And the main company, Cancel, with their survey equipment, field and safety supplies, and engineering solutions. So in terms of partners, SolidCAD put in place several partnerships in place, allowing us to offer the most recognized products on the market for our customers. You all know Autodesk, of course. I've talked a little bit about Bluebeam, which we are the only platinum reseller in Canada. So Bluebeam has this solution called Review, which is a PDF creation, markup, and collaboration technology for design and construction workflows. So basically, Bluebeam was developed by engineers, architects, and construction professionals who weren't satisfied with the functionalities that was available to them in a traditional PDF editor. So they developed their own PDF editor, Review, which allows to make annotation, customized annotation, also template annotations for annotations that would be used frequently in a given organization. And also, and of course, the availability to calibrate plans and do quantity takeoffs and measurements right from the PDF itself. Another solution that we have a partner in place is with Safe Software with a technology called FME. So FME is a data integration platform that would help our customers to connect their systems, transform their data, and automate their workflows as well. FME comes from the GIS industry, where there are obviously many different formats of files that have to be worked with. And for instance, in the geomatics fields with municipalities, you've got different teams working with different solutions. So you could have teams in environment, land development, urbanism that are working on GIS solutions like ArcGIS or MapInfo. And you've got your civil engineering teams that need to manage the networks of the municipality, and they would be using CAD software. And FME would, in a way, do the bridge between those two worlds that are the CAD world and the GIS world. In terms of services, obviously our service offering will differ and be more specialized regarding on which industry your organization evolves in. But essentially, we provide training, consultation, so coaching. We also have a team of developers and programmers that can program new solutions specific for the needs of our clients or customize existing solutions. And they are also able to integrate with existing solutions that are in our client's environment. We also have experts in data management and document management. And our specialists are able to do some workflow assessment and workflow optimization with our clients' way of working. And we host, again, many events like this one today. But because of the current situation with the COVID-19, all our events are held online exclusively. SolidCAD has training facilities across Canada, 15 offices and 12 training facilities from coast to coast. And our training options, we've got two main training options. One is called open enrollment training, the other one custom training. So with open enrollment, we offer, it is often actually offered to all students with predetermined dates. And those trainings are conducted at SolidCAD training facilities or online. And custom training, well, it's really like a curriculum that is tailored to meet the requirements of our clients. They are technically performed on site at our client's facility or in SolidCAD trainings facilities or also online. But also, just like I've mentioned before regarding the events, all of our training are currently held online, virtually, exclusively because of the COVID-19. SolidCAD has also many associations and partnership, which is part of in the AEC industry. And it's like we can mention some few of them, like the Canada, the CanBIM Association. We've got the Vancouver Regional Construction Association, the Calgary BIM Community, the Edmonton Construction Association, the Toronto BIM Community, and here in Quebec, the Groupe BIM Québec. There's also the Newfoundland and Labrador Construction Association and the Fredericton Northwest Construction Association as well. And well, in terms of remote solutions, many of you might have returned to the office or maybe like me are still working from home. That being said, working from home is a trend that will continue in time. And SolidCAD has a variety of services and tools to support clients who may be experiencing challenges while working remotely. So our services could be mentoring, consulting, or training on existing solutions for working remotely. But we can also help implement those solutions and customize those solutions. And the partnership with SimpleCloud is in direct line with this remote solutions offering. SimpleCloud gives access to powerful machines already pre-configured with the softwares needed by the users in a cloud environment. So users can access those powerful machines with, say, a Chromebook or a simple tablet. The only requirement is a good internet connection. And SolidCAD also has a technical support called Solid Assist, which is free for every customer who has an active subscription or maintenance plan with us. So without further ado, I will leave it to my colleague Scott from Los Angeles, working for SimpleCloud, who will present you what SimpleCloud is. So Scott, I will stop sharing my screen and you can take it over from here.
All right, thanks, Maxime. Thanks for the introduction. Share my screen. Maxime, do you see the PowerPoint?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. All right. Great. No, well, thanks for letting me join today and go through SimpleCloud. I'm just going to go through a very quick presentation on the company. We'll spend more time with the demo. There we go. Sorry. So just in terms of short background, SimpleCloud is a company that was originally founded in 2008. Sorry. As a cloud render farm, specializing in different service solutions. And initially our customers were more in the media and entertainment area, but then moved on to support companies in architecture, engineering, manufacturing, and construction.
Yes, Scott, yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. We have a little bit difficulty hearing you. Maybe you can.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Sorry, is this better?
Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Okay, sorry, I'm on a headset. So
okay, perfect.
Sorry, just to start over on the slide. So SimpleCloud was founded in 2008. Focusing, it was one of the first cloud render farms in Europe for media and entertainment customers, and then a few years later expanded to create what is now SimpleCloud, platform which you highlighted, which is a great platform for content creators to work together, but in a remote fashion, and giving you everything you need basically to access studios, workstations, and be able to work on compute-intensive software in the cloud. We and if you think just in terms of a brief summary, I think you said it in your lead-in, but all you need essentially to use SimpleCloud is a thin client, like a Chromebook or a sorry, I think there's an automatic build here, a Chromebook or a light computer, and it's we follow a bring your own license model. So basically we cover the cost of VMware and Windows within the cost of our service. And as a user, as a customer, you can just bring your existing license to use on the platform. So log in with your credentials just like you would on a physical workstation. And within Simple, you can access all the powerful programs you need and use the compute power that you need to run them in the cloud, basically with light compute power on your side. In terms of Backbone, we're on IBM data centers worldwide. We use VMware in terms of virtualizing the desktops. And then within the data centers, we have NVIDIA V100 graphics cards, so powerful graphics cards. And we support the layer on top of all that, which, as you'll see in the demo, allows you to create studios and work together as a team. We have locations. We're in data centers covering really worldwide, Americas, Europe, Asia. We can add more data centers to the extent we need, upwards of 60 data centers with IBM worldwide as business dictates. And basically to use it, all you need is a minimum connection, like 3 to 5 megs up and down per screen. And we support up to 4 screens in 4K if you're using multiple monitors. And in terms of benefits, I think one of the key benefits is scalability. So as a company, you can scale up when needed quickly, and you can scale down just as quickly when a project's over, without having to be left with big infrastructure or machinery that you don't need when the project's done. It's flexible, so you can really as an employer, it allows your employees to really work from wherever they want, when they want. It's secure, given that it's within IBM Cloud. And another key benefit is the business model. So this allows companies to shift from a CapEx model to OpEx, which is a great advantage. And it's very customizable. So out of the box, it works really well for customers, but we can work with a partner in conjunction with SolidCAD to highly customize the environment for Simple, so that it's designed to work the way they're used to, instead of having the customer have to adapt and working with the cloud. And some of the other benefits are, obviously it allows for a lower physical footprint. Once a company decides they want to move to the cloud. And we also work with devices like USB devices such as Cintiqs, Wacom tablets, and you can, connecting through the app, which I'll show you in a second, it will allow customers to have pressure sensitivity, and artists can work on those types of machines. So I'm gonna shift over actually to the demo. Stop sharing this. Okay. Actually, do you see the dashboard?
Yes, we see it.
Okay, great. Sorry, just want to make sure I'm sharing the right thing here. So basically, to SimpleCloud, like I said, all you need is a thin client, something with light compute power, and you can log in through the Chrome browser, or you can actually log in and use Simple through an app. And we make an app available for Windows, Mac, Linux operating systems, and so you can really use the app from any type of machine you want to log in. This is a cool feature on the dashboard. You can set it up so you can see our data centers and connectivity worldwide. Since I'm in Los Angeles, it's going to point me to the data centers in the Americas. And just jumping in, so what I'm going to show you on the demo is just very, very quickly how to create a studio, and then some of the basics here on the platform. And with Studio, so as you first log in and you see your dashboard, and I'm accessing the platform through the app, which is our recommended way of working. Studios are the highest level of organization, so you can think of that as a company. That can usually be a company, and then projects are kind of another layer down in terms of organization. Projects could be a specific project, it could be a partner, it could be a part of a project, so it's really up to you in terms of how you name the work of the platform. And with Workstations, you basically access, I have access to a number of profiles here, but you basically give access to Workstations to your employees, based on software that you run and the compute power they need. So these are different workstations of different power, different profiles. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a studio. I'll show you how to do that. And it's really easy. So just as you're logging in and just getting people working, basically to create, and it's going to point me towards the Americas data centers. My colleagues in Europe, would point them towards Frankfurt. So we'll call it new studio. It's very easy to create. Just name your studio and add people that you want, and they can be people that are already registered. So it'll help me search from a list of people that are already registered to add, or I can invite people by email if they haven't registered to use SimpleCloud yet. So it's very easy. Send an email invitation, and then they join me, and they can register. And all I do is hit create, and in about 15 minutes, it'll create a studio for you. I'm not going to hit create in this instance just because we have demos set up. And everything else really that you do within Simple takes seconds to moments to create. I'm just going to show you. So once your studio is created, we're going to jump over and I'm going to show you some of the basics in terms of how to manage a studio. It's giving me a warning here. I'm actually using I'm just using Wi-Fi instead of a cable connection, but we do recommend a cable connection. So I'm cheating there a little bit, but I have a really good experience over Wi-Fi for me personally. So because I'm a manager, or I have admin access to the platform, I can see here who's been working on the platform in terms of different levels of compute power or profiles been set up in terms of hours and minutes, and I can enter custom date ranges, in terms of searching, and I can do the same in terms of total hours for users on this side. Team, I showed you earlier how to invite members. So if I forgot people or need to add people to the project midway through, I can send invitations, or I can search for people and add them to the platform. It's easy to do. The next thing I'll do is create Workstation Profiles, and these basically help you build out the software that you're going to use on a given workstation. Here are some that are already created that I could choose from if I wanted to. But in this case, I'm going to create a new workstation. What we offer is a Windows environment in terms of the workstations today. In a few months' time, we're going to offer Linux as another choice. So, let's see. To start off, one of the first things I do is pick my resources in terms of type of machine. And you can see here we have different profiles of machines from entry in terms of a certain amount of GPU and CPU power to a more powerful, like an X1600, which has quite a bit of CPU, GPU power. So I'll pick my profile. Oops, sorry, I jumped that one. So once you pick your profile, then you can move on and pick your security options. So I can decide whether to allow this particular machine profile to have internet access, whether it allows studio licenses, how many simultaneous sessions. And I can even control when it automatically logs off, since our business model is predicated on usage time. You can schedule access. So here's where, so if you're a company that has multiple locations around the world, or you're in different time zones, however you're set up, you can actually schedule different access times for people to use the machines. So different people can be working on the same machine profile. So follow this type of strategy. And it's just a drag and drop of the software you need to use. So you basically drag and drop. And in this case, since I allowed internet access, I'm going to put on a browser. But you basically build out as an admin the profiles you need for your team based on the projects that they're working on. And when you're done, when you have the resources assigned and you've done everything you need to do, you basically just hit create, and within a few seconds you have that profile ready. And you can create as many profiles as you want. There's no charge for that. Basically as many as you need. Storage. Once you've created a workstation profile, you can either pick from storage that's already available, storage pools, or you can create new network storage. Studio licenses, this is where you would import studio licenses in terms of the software you're using. We also offer cloud render capabilities with the platform. So it's very easy too, and we support Deadline and other render management software. I'm just going to show the basic process. So if you need that, this capabilities here on the platform. And lastly, when you've done all the high-level things in terms of creating, setting up your studio, you create a project, and the project is really the thing that binds everything together. So to work on a virtual machine, you need to be invited to a project as a user. We can assign a pipeline to it if needed. I won't in this case, but we have pipelines available, different templates for companies. And jumping to storage. So here for this project, I'm going to assign some storage. And once you assign the storage, it asks you to pick a drive letter. So I'm going to pick drive letter M, but you can pick drive letters. Basically, it's up to you what drive letter you want to pick and assign to it. Hit accept. And then once you've done that, the next step is to go add team members. So I'm going to pick Dan. I'll pick a few people here. Frank as well, so he's in the audience. So I picked a few people here. So you can add them, you can remove them, hit next. And the next step once I've added the team members is to assign permissions to them for this particular project. So I'm going to give FTP access, so that would allow them to upload, download. Correspondingly, if you don't want to provide that, you can limit that on a per user basis. It's up to you. I'm going to give them project roles. So in this case, I'm going to assign us all the same project roles, but you can limit that on a per user basis. And then the last thing to do is assign workstation profiles to your team members. So I'm going to go in and basically just drag and drop the workstations that I want this person to use in the project. And I can assign different workstation profiles to him if I know that he's going to need an X200 with a certain amount of compute power for some tasks, and then a higher level workstation for other tasks. So very flexible. And then when you're done, you just hit create, and in a few minutes you have a new project created. So I'm gonna jump back to the very beginning. Go back to the main screen, and you can see that as a non-IT person, I can move around pretty quickly through the platform and create really everything I need to get in place to get people working on different projects. And I'm going to switch now, Maxime, to show the virtual machine, the actual desktop.
Yeah, perfect.
So just 1 second. And within within Simple, it basically gives you access to a virtual workstation. This shows basically my desktop on a virtual machine that's coming out of the Dallas data center in my case. And what you basically do is load it up. It takes a few moments. You can pick different projects to work on. In this case, I haven't loaded a project yet. I just want to show you that before I hit a project, There's no shared storage attached. And once I hit a project, it's actually going to link some shared storage from the data center to my workstation, so that I can save things locally if I want, or to the data center, to the shared storage. And like I mentioned above, if I had a Wacom tablet or something connected, it would show it up here. It would detect it. In this case, I don't. I just have a keyboard. But that's where it would detect USB powered devices. And I have a Civil 3D open here. Just shows you jumping around to the menus. I'm not an engineer or an architect, so it's hard for me to use this. But anyway, it just shows you Civil 3D open, and you know, the experience I get is it's a low latency, a great experience that feels like I'm working locally on the platform. And I'm just going to jump back and show you that once you hit the project launcher, you're basically given access to the software you need. One of the last things I'll show you is that it will have attached my storage. So this just got attached since I hit the project I want to work with, and I can drag and drop and use assets, you know, as needed from shared storage. And this operates just like a Windows desktop. So you can choose the software you need down here in the Windows menu. You can also turn it off just like you would a normal Windows machine, or you can hit the X up here. And that's about it. So it's a very convenient, easy way to work. You know, I can use this really from anywhere as long as I have a decent internet connection. You know, and like I said earlier, it increases flexibility and gives me a lot of advantages in terms of working with cloud. And from that, I think, unless there's anything else you want to see, Maxime, I think that concludes the demo on my side.
Yeah, no, thanks, Scott. It's way ahead of the time that was allowed to us, but then again, it was you know, a really brief presentation, SimpleCloud in a nutshell, if we can say. One thing attendees need to understand: if you would like to have a further discussions about the solution, it will obviously be possible for us to do a demonstration with other of your colleagues, and also if you're interested in trying the solution and see how it works, it's again possible to provide a trial version of the solution.
Yeah, I'm sorry. One thing I did want to mention is in terms of business models, you know, we have flexible business models. We have ones that are essentially per machine, give you access to a lot of machine time, you know, 200 plus hours a month. And then we also have business models that are more limited in time, you know, if you don't require that much time, which we call per user, or you can pay per hour as well. So it's a very flexible business models that can be adapted to what you need.
Yeah, depending on the machine that you also need in terms of storage and performance.
And that was a good point to mention the trials. We definitely encourage trials. So we're happy to set those up for customers or prospects that are interested in looking at it. So yeah, definitely just reach out to your contact through SolidCAD, and we're happy to arrange that.
Okay, so that's, yeah, I guess, I mean, well, right now I'm looking at the Q&A tab. I don't see any questions. So if anyone has questions, we can gladly answer them since we have a lot of time left on the hour. All right, so Scott, I'm not seeing any questions coming in. Anyhow, you can always reach us, and it'll be glad for us to answer those questions if there are any. So with that being said, I think we can end the webinar. Thank you again, Scott, for this demo, and talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, Maxime.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.